Now batting, the DH, Kyle Schwarber. And Schwarber mashes that one high and deep to right field. The first hit of the game for the Phillies is a big one. 373 feet.
Welcome to the MLB Guillotine. 30 teams enter, but every 12 days, the worst team is eliminated. Last time on the MLB Guillotine,
The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. And the Boston Red Sox are your American League champions. 3-0 Red Sox. A masterful performance by the Boston pitching staff. And your American League champions in the MLB Guillotine reside at Fenway. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. And the Philadelphia Phillies already were your NL champions, but this game shows you why. 7-4 the final, as Philadelphia shows you why they're 100-game winners and are headed to the MLB Guillotine World Series. We have finally arrived at the MLB Guillotine World Series. Out of the American League, you have the Boston Red Sox, and out of the National League, you have the Philadelphia Phillies. We haven't checked up too much on the Phillies during this series because their season has been absolutely insane. They are 103-51 as we prepare to go into this final series. We've seen Boston a few times in this series, but they haven't really ever been in danger. They've really mainly been playing the teams on the chopping block, but today they find themselves on the cut line. Because of the Phillies' remarkable season, they will play host to the MLB Guillotine World Series. Game 1 at the bank, Citizens Bank Park, is next. Taking the mound for Philly here in Game 1, Zach Wheeler. And right away, Boston gets going. It's a base hit for Jarren Duran, the first hit of this MLB Guillotine World Series. David Hamilton at the plate now for Boston. Runner goes. Throw down to second is not in time, and Duran is in scoring position. Hamilton strikes out, but Duran takes second. Rafael Devers, the new batter for Boston. And that one is rocketed into the gap in right center field. That's going to score a run. Boston strikes first. Absolutely on a rope into the gap. And Devers has himself an RBI double. And that's a swing and a miss, strike three. Casas goes down by way of the K. Next up, Boston second baseman Alex Bregman. Bregman puts this one high into center field. It'll be collected by Brandon Marsh, and the top of the first is over. But not before Rafael Devers complete the first run of the MLB Guillotine World Series. Garrett Crochet will be on the bump for the Boston Red Sox here in Game 1. Leading off for the Phillies, Trey Turner. And swung on and missed, strike three. Turner goes down. And there's one gone here at the bottom of the first. Brandon Marsh puts this one into the air, into left field. It'll be corralled by Duran. Bryce Harper, the batter for Philadelphia. Harper puts it on the ground. It's the first hit of the game for Philly. A 2-out single for Bryce Harper. The pitch. And Schwarber swings and misses at that one. Strike three. Bottom of the fourth starts off with Bryce Harper. And he walked him. Crochet walks Harper. Leadoff walks are never good, as now Kyle Schwarber stands in. The 3-2 pitch from Crochet. Swing and a miss, strike three. Schwarber goes down. It's the fifth strikeout for Garrett Crochet. And now it'll be Nick Castellanos at the plate. There goes. And it's a hit and run played perfectly. Harper may end up at third, as it's a 1-out single. Runners at the corners now for Philly. Runners at the corners, 1 out. And boom. Hits this weakly into left field. It'll be caught by Duran. Is the runner going? No. That'll keep the runners at bay. JT Realmuto will now bat with 2 outs and runners at the corners. 80th pitch incoming from Garrett Crochet. That's a little dribbler on the infield. Bregman throws to first, and that will retire the side here in the 4th. Leading off the top of the 6th, Jarren Duran. Duran puts this one into the air. Under it is Marsh, and he will make the catch for out number 1. David Hamilton at the plate. The 2-2. That one is going to be corralled by Bohm. What a play. Oh, wow. The throw goes into the dugout. It was going to be a beautiful play from Alec Bohm, but he just rushes the throw. Excellent dive. It just goes a little bit too quick. Air mails the throw, and just like that, there's a runner on second. Rafael Devers at the plate now. And Devers strikes out. A good bounce back for Wheeler, and there's 2 gone. The 6th K of the day for Wheeler is now Tristan Casas will bat. And Casas puts that one on the ground. It gets past Harper at first. That's going to score the run. Castellanos has trouble with it. He throws into second, and Tristan Casas pulls into second base with an RBI base hit. Just right past Harper at first. And that drives in 1. It's 2-0 Red Sox. 110th pitch incoming for Zach Wheeler. Runner on second, 2 gone for Alex Bregman, who puts that one over to Bohm, who has trouble with it. Throw to first is in time, though. So Bohm bounces back, but not before Tristan Casas complete the second run of the game for Boston. Weston Wilson leads off the bottom of the 8th with a single. Zach Kelly will remain the pitcher as the lineup turns over to Trey Turner. But we'll see why Zach Kelly stayed in the game as he strikes out Turner. Now here's the pitching change that we anticipated. Zach Kelly comes out of the game. Brennan Bernardino, the new pitcher for Boston.
Right there, he's out.
Oh my gosh, he was just... We have a pickoff at first. Weston Wilson standing too far off the bag, and yet another mistake for the Phils. Marsh puts that one on the ground, and that will end the 8th inning. Headed to the 9th. The Phils still trail by 2. Justin Slayton will try to close this game out. The pitch from Slayton misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 9th. And that will bring up the tying run in the form of Kyle Schwarber. And that's a called strike 3. Just the thing Philly didn't need. Now batting Nick Castellanos. He represents the tying run. Here comes the payoff pitch. That's swung on and missed, strike 3. Castellanos goes down. Alec Bohm, the last hope for Philly. And that's on the ground. Corralled by the shortstop. The throw to Bregman is in time, and the Red Sox take game 1.
So game 1 is in the books. The Red Sox with an impressive win as they take the 2-0 dub.
They got going early, plating the first run of the game on the Rafael Devers double. Then, of course, we had the ball that got just right past Harper over at first. That brought in the second run of the day for the Red Sox. The Phillies made a lot of mistakes today, none more glaring than Wilson being picked off at first.
Now we head to game 2. Can the Red Sox close things out and become MLB Guillotine champions, or will the Phillies knot this series up? Let's find out.
Christopher Sanchez will toe the rubber for the Phillies here in Game 2. Jarren Duran leads off for the Red Sox. And he'll waste no time swinging. One outfielder will fly out to the other. One down. Rob Russnider, the batter. Russ Snyder puts that one on the ground. It's corralled by Turner. Throw to first is in time. There's 2 outs here in the inning. Rafael Devers pushed across the run in game 1. He'll bat with the bases empty here in game number 2.
Nope. Ball four.
But this time, Devers will walk. Payoff pitch incoming to Tristan Casas, and he swings and misses at that one for strike 3. Tanner Houck will start game 2 for Boston. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Turner is down on strikes, and there's 1 gone. Bryson Stott now batting for the Phillies. And he'll put that one on the ground. It's going to be misplayed by the shortstop. Mishandled by Gonzalez at short. And Stott will be aboard with 1 gone in the inning. Harper puts that one on the ground to Casas at first. That will move the runner to third, but there's 2 gone. Kyle Schwarber stands in. Can Kyle Schwarber plate the first run of the series for the Phillies? And he will! Schwarber absolutely decks this one to the Liberty Bell. 452 feet. That bell's ringing. A monster tater for Kyle Schwarber, and it's 2-0 Phillies. Schwarber with a mammoth shot. Bohm puts that one on the ground. Bregman will get the out. Great play by Alex Bregman. Kyle Schwarber puts the Phillies on the board with a mammoth shot. Kyle Schwarber, who belted a 2-run home run in the first inning, is now at the plate. And Schwarber puts this one into the gap. It's going to be an RBI double. Kyle Schwarber has plated all 3 runs in this game for the Phils. Have yourself a day, Schwarbs. Turner was going right on the contact. 3-0 Philadelphia. That one's on the ground, and that'll be an easy final out of the inning. Kyle Schwarber has been an absolute menace in game 2. Connor Wong will lead off the 5th for Boston. And he will put that one on the ground. Could he beat this one out? Throw to first is in time. Great play by Trey Turner. Trey Turner showing the range there. And a fantastic throw. 1 down, bases empty for Romy Gonzalez. And it's going to be a base hit for Boston. Is that their first one of the game? I think it might be. That is indeed their first hit of the game. No hitter is gone, as now Cedar Rafaela is at the plate. And Rafaela's got himself a base hit. Back-to-back hits for the Red Sox, as going all the way to third is Gonzalez. Wilyer Abreu will bat with runners at the corners. He represents the tying run. Abreu pops this one into center field. Marsh will catch the ball. He'll throw it in, but not in time. Nowhere near in time. First run of the game for the Red Sox has come across the score. And Duran's got himself a base hit. Runners at first and second. Rob Refsnyder with a chance to tie this game up, maybe even give the Red Sox the lead. Refsnyder pops this one up. And that will conclude the top of the 5th. Crisis avoided for Philadelphia, as they still lead 3-1. And Turner has himself a base hit, as that's off the glove of Gonzalez. That is just a weak base hit. Stott may be able to beat this one out. He will, as Wong can't handle it. It's a base hit for Stott, as now we will see a pitching change for the Red Sox. Lefty Aroldis Chapman will be the new pitcher for Boston. 2-2 pitch from Chapman to Bryce Harper. And Harper swings and misses at that one. A bad swing. And that's the second out of the inning. Kyle Schwarber has been dangerous. We'll see if they pitch to him. And that's ball 4, as the Sox were incredibly cautious with Kyle Schwarber. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Alec Boehm will face Aroldis Chapman. And Boehm hits a bullet to left field, and it's gone! It's a grand slam for the Phillies. Alec Boehm makes up for his blunder yesterday. Unreal. Alec Boehm. That ball was on a line out to left field. Payoff pitch to Nick Castellanos. And this disaster of an inning continues. It's a 2-out walk to Castellanos. Brandon Marsh will bat. Imagine if Marsh were able to hit a home run here. That is not quite a home run. Throw to second is in time, and that will conclude the 5th. But Alec Boehm, who had a couple of mishaps yesterday, clears the deck with this insane home run. 7-1 Phillies, headed to the 6th. Two runs are in on the Rafael Devers double. It's now 7-3 Philadelphia. 2 runs are in on the Alex Bregman double. It's now 7-5. It's a 4-run 8th so far for Boston. The rally is on for Boston, 7-5. Wong rips this one high and deep. It'll be off the wall. That'll score another run. It's 7-6. The Red Sox within 1. We'll see a pitching change now for Philly. Where will they go next in the bullpen? Jose Alvarado will make his second appearance of the series. Runner at second, still nobody out. Alvarado, the pitch to Gonzalez, and this one will be popped up on the infield. And finally, there's the first out of this inning. Harper takes it in, and there's 1 gone. And Alvarado strikes out Rafaela, and there's 2 gone. 2 gone, runner on second. Wilyer Abreu at the plate for Boston. And that's a called strike 3. A questionable call on the inside. An insane top of the 8th for the Red Sox. It's 7-6 Phils. Matt Stram will try to push this series to a decisive Game 3. That's ball 4. Jarren Duran aboard with the leadoff walk. Tying run will be on. Go-ahead run will come to the plate in the form of Rob Refsnyder. That one is lifted into the air to Brandon Marsh, who will make the catch, and there's 1 down in the inning. Devers has driven in a pair of runs in this game. Can he tie this one up? The 3-1 pitch. This is for ball 4. A pair of walks in this inning, and the go-ahead run is aboard. The count is 3-2 to Tristan Casas. The pitch. That's a called strike 3. A big out number 2 for the Phillies. And they're 1 out away from tying this series up. Casas couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Alex Bregman, the last hope for the Red Sox. And that's a called strike 3. Back-to-back backwards Ks ends this game. The Phillies hang on.
It looked like the Phillies were going to have this one well in hand and cruise to a Game 2 victory.
You had the mammoth home run by Schwarber to put Philadelphia on the board. And then, of course, the big-time grand slam from Alec Bohm. That gave Philly the 6-run lead. Boston came roaring back to cut the lead to 1. But in the end, it's the Phillies that get the job done.
So now the series is tied, and it wouldn't be the MLB Guillotine unless it was winner take all. Game 3 is next.
Ranger Suarez will be the Phillies pitcher here in Game 3. And Duran's got himself a leadoff single to start this game off. Rob Refsnyder, a base hit of his own as Castellanos can't corral it over and right. And it'll be runners at first and second to start this game off. The first team to score has won both games so far. The 2-2 to Rafael Devers. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout of the game, Suarez gets a much-needed out number 1. Tristan Casas, the new batter for the Red Sox. He's on the ground. It'll be a double play ball, and the double play is turned. A huge double play recorded by Philadelphia. Headed to the bottom of the first. No score. Cutter Crawford will toe the slab for Game 3 for the Red Sox. It's on the ground. Great play by Devers, and there's one gone. Bryson Stott, the new batter for Philly. Stott rockets that one into center field. Raffaello will take it, though. There's 2 gone. Bryce Harper, the batter. We have seen a first inning run both in Game 1 and Game 2. Will we see one in Game 3? The 1-2 to Harper. And that's swung on and missed, strike 3. And for the first time in this series, we have a scoreless inning number 1. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Refsnyder down on strikes, and there's 1 gone. 5th strikeout for Ranger Suarez. There's 1 gone here at the top of the 4th. And swing and a miss, strike 3 for Devers. Back-to-back strikeouts for Suarez. Ranger Suarez starting this inning off right as he gets Devers. The 2-2 to Tristan Casas. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ranger Suarez strikes out the side. The 2-1 to Nick Castellanos. That's lifted into the air to right field. Abreu will make the catch, and that will conclude matters here in the 5th. We don't want to talk about it, but Crawford's got something brewing. Oh, wow. I am very surprised they called that a strike 3. 10th K for Ranger Suarez comes on his 100th pitch, as that will actually be the end of the road for Ranger Suarez. As now we will see Tanner Banks out of the bullpen for the Phillies. There goes. Swing and a miss. And that is an easy out number 2 as Abreu is out by a mile. Abreu got a good jump, but Real Muto guns him down. But now nobody's on for Rob Refsnyder. And Refsnyder will have a double into the gap. So that caught stealing proves big, as that would have plated the first run of the game. Nonetheless, it's a 2-out double for Rob Refsnyder. Rafael Devers with a chance to push across the first run of the game. Payoff pitch from Tanner Banks. And that's a called strike 3. Still no score in this game. Great job of pitching from Tanner Banks. Orion Kerkering, the new pitcher for the Phillies. He'll face Tristan Casas to lead off the 7th. And Casas lifts this one into the air. Will get down. Thought it might get to the wall and be a double, but instead, great job of the Phillies outfielders to get that one in. Now Alex Bregman will bat with a runner on first. He's going to go. Try the hit and run. That'll put a runner in scoring position. It works as a sacrifice. And with one gone, there's a runner at second. That's ball 4. Connor Wong is on base. Romy Gonzalez will come to the plate. Runners at first and second with one out here in the top of the 7th. That's ball 4. Things unraveling here for the Phillies. Ceddanne Rafaela will bat with bases loaded. Kerkering in desperate need of a double play ball. Instead, he'll get a strikeout. I think he'll take that just as well. Top of the 7th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Wilyer Abreu at the plate. And it's a called strike 3! The biggest strikeout of the game for the Phillies. Stretch time at Citizens Bank Park. We're still knotted up with no score. Brennan Bernardino will take over on the mound, trying to continue this no-hit bid. Payoff pitch to Trey Turner. And that's swung on and missed, strike 3. It's ball 4. Bryson Stott is aboard. Bryce Harper will bat. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. There goes. Stott will be into second base. Phillies have a runner in scoring position. And Harper puts that one on the ground. Corralled by Devers. Throw to first is in time, and there's one gone. Now batting, the DH, Kyle Schwarber. And Schwarber mashes that one high and deep to right field. The first hit of the game for the Phillies is a big one. 373 feet to right field. A massive hit for Kyle Schwarber. His second home run of the series. That ball absolutely annihilated by Kyle Schwarber. Alec Boehm will bat now with the bases empty. And that's swung on and missed, strike 3. And we head to the 8th inning with the Phillies now leading 2-0. Kyle Schwarber hits his second home run of the series. Matt Strahm will come in to close the door for the Philadelphia Phillies. Philadelphia 3 outs away from an MLB Guillotine title. And that's out number 1 as Alex Bregman swings and misses at that one for strike 3. 1 down here in the top of the 9th. Connor Wong at the plate now for Boston. The Phillies lost game 1 2-0. But can they redeem themselves with a 2-0 win here, as that one's lifted into the air to Brandon Marsh, and the Phils are 1 out away from the MLB Guillotine Championship. Romy Gonzalez is the last hope for Boston. Philadelphia 103 regular season wins and 1 out away from the biggest win of the season. The 2-2 pitch. And that's a called strike 3, and the Philadelphia Phillies are champions of the MLB Guillotine. 2-0 the final score, as Philadelphia was a dominant team all season, and they cap it off with the 2025 MLB Guillotine title.
What a series, what a game 3. That was an incredible game.
Cutter Crawford was absolutely dealing in this game for Boston, as he took a no-hitter into the late stages of this game. But then Schwarbs did what he does best, tattooing his second home run of the series to put the Phils on top. No bigger way to get the first hit of the game for your team. And then, of course, you had Matt Stram closing out the series. A big outing from Ranger Suarez there, 5 1/3, 10 strikeouts in this game. What a performance by him. But I think we can all agree that Kyle Schwarber is your MVP of the MLB Guillotine World Series. And that, my friends, closes the book on the MLB Guillotine as the Philadelphia Phillies are your 2025 champions. All in all, this series was a ton of fun to make, and I thank you guys all for taking this ride with me. If you did enjoy the MLB Guillotine, make sure you leave the video as a like, subscribe to become one of the Burger Bros, and I'll see you guys all in the next adventure. Peace out. A little bit of bonus content here for the MLB Guillotine because I completely spaced and forgot about going over the award winners for the 2025 season. As we now tie a bow on the MLB Guillotine, here's a look at the award winners.